Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum to all my dear students. This is your lecture number 9 of week 5 from chapter number 2 biological molecules. This topic will be followed from page number 21 to 22. The contents are review of previous lesson, objectives, organic molecules, synthesis of large molecules by condensation, breaking of large molecules by hydrolysis, recap, and next topic. So students, first of all, I will give you the review of the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we have covered water, in which we have discussed the structure of water and polarity of water, and then we have also discussed the biological important properties of water. After completing this lesson, you will be able to define organic molecules, identify monomers, polymers, macromolecules and micromolecules, and differentiate between condensation and hydrolysis. Classification of molecules or compounds. So chemists classify molecules or compounds as organic molecule and inorganic molecules, or you can say organic compounds and inorganic compounds. Basically, organic molecules always have a carbon atom, while most of the inorganic molecules do not contain the carbon atom in it. So almost all the organic compounds contain the carbon hydrogen or simply carbon hydrogen bond in them. So students, the most common fact that differentiate organic from inorganic is that the organic molecules mainly result from activities of a living being, while inorganic molecules are obtained from the natural process which are not related to any of the life form on earth, or you can say any result of human experiment which are conducted in laboratories. So carbohydrate, protein, lipids and nucleic acid classify as organic molecule, while carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and water classify as inorganic molecules. So molecules can also classify on the basis of size, macromolecules and micromolecules. What do you mean by macromolecules? Macromolecules are molecules containing a large number of atoms, or you can say they are typically composed of thousands of atoms or more. The example of macromolecules are protein and nucleic acid, while micromolecules refers to a molecules of relatively small size and low molecular weight as opposed to a macromolecule. Or you can say it will also classify into monomers and polymers. Basically, monomers is a molecule that form the basic unit of polymers. Or you can say monomer is a molecule that can be bounded to other identical molecules to form a polymer. And a polymer is a substance or material consisting of very large molecules or macromolecules composed of many repeating subunits. So one monomers bounded with other monomers to form a long chain of polymer, as you can see in the diagram. So when monomer converted into polymer by a process called polymerization. So polymers make up many of the materials in living organisms. For example, proteins, cellulose and nucleic acids. Now macromolecules can be classified into four major categories: carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acid and proteins. So as you can see in the slide, monosaccharides is a subunit of carbohydrate, fatty acid is the subunit of lipids, nucleic acid is the subunit of nucleic acid, while amino acid is the subunit of protein. Or we can say carbohydrate is the polymer of monosaccharides, Lipids is the polymer of fatty acids. Nucleic acid is the polymer of nucleotides, and protein is the polymer of amino acids. Now condensation. Basically, the joining of two monomers is called condensation. Or you can say when two monomers join together to form a polymer, the process is called condensation. So as you can see in the example, here is a condensation reaction between the two amino acids. So as we discussed in the previous slide that when amino acids condense together, they form a protein polymer. So in a condensation reaction, when two smaller molecules join to form a larger one by removing functional group, as you can see in the example, there is a removal of functional group that form a small molecule of water. Or you can say in a condensation, water is removed and bond is synthesized, and large amount of energy is utilized during condensation process. Now hydrolysis. Hydro mean water, lysis mean breakdown. Basically it is a process in which polymers break down into monomers by the addition of water or in the presence of water. So this process is called hydrolysis. So students, as you can see in the example, we have carbohydrate as a polymer. So carbohydrate break down into monosaccharides in the presence of water. So in the presence of water, the carbohydrate break down into monosaccharides molecule, or you can say polymer converted into monomer in the presence of water molecule. So during this process, our water molecules break into H and OH ions with the help of enzyme. So OH group attached to one monomer and H group attached to other monomer. And the enzymes that break down a water molecule into H and OH ions, this enzyme is called hydrolytic enzymes. So students, in the hydrolysis, when a bond is broken, energy is released. So students, as we discussed in the previous slide, that in condensation, energy is utilized, while in hydrolysis, energy is released. And in condensation, water molecule is removed, and in hydrolysis, water molecule is added. So condensation and hydrolysis are very important in biological process because these are the chemical reactions that are involved in breaking down and building of large molecules, which are very essential to the living cells. So students, today we have covered the classification of molecules, in which we have discussed organic molecules and inorganic molecules. Then we have discussed the classification of molecules on the basis of size, in which we have covered macromolecules and micromolecules, monomers and polymers. Then we have discussed the synthesis of large molecule by condensation, and we have also covered the breaking of large molecules by hydrolysis. So students, in our next lecture, we will cover chemistry of carbon and divisions of biological molecules. This is all for today. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.